Have you ever locked eyes with someone and instantly felt like you've known them your whole life? Was it love at first sight, or was it something else? Maybe you felt an undeniable attraction, but could it really be love? Today, we're going to explore one of the most fascinating questions about romance. Is love at first sight real, or is it just a myth we've all been told? Welcome to today's video. We've all heard about love at first sight, and many of us have probably even experienced it, those magical moments where everything feels perfect. But the question is, can you really fall in love with someone the moment you meet them? Or is it just a fleeting moment of intense attraction that fades away? Let's unpack the science, psychology, and real stories behind this concept and get to the truth. Before we dive into whether love at first sight is real, let's talk about the science behind attraction. When we meet someone new, our brain reacts almost immediately. It releases chemicals like dopamine, the feel-good hormone, oxytocin, the bonding hormone, and even adrenaline. These chemicals flood our system, making us feel excited, drawn, and sometimes overwhelmed. But what does this really mean? Immediate attraction. This reaction is biological. It's not love, but a powerful chemical response to physical appearance, body language, or even the way someone smells. Your brain is essentially sending a signal, hey, this person is important, but that doesn't necessarily equate to love. It could just be attraction. Supporting example. Think of how we are often drawn to someone with symmetrical features or confident body language. These traits are subconsciously associated with health and vitality, making them more attractive to us on a biological level. One key difference that people often overlook is between love and infatuation. While they might feel similar, they are entirely different in their depth. Love is a slow burn, built on trust, shared experiences, and deep connection. Infatuation, on the other hand, is a quick, intense feeling driven by attraction rather than emotional connection. Infatuation versus love. Love takes time. It's about understanding someone, sharing your deepest thoughts, and working through life together. Infatuation? Well, it's the heart racing, the constant thoughts, and the idea that this person could be your soulmate until the feeling fades. It's not built on a strong emotional foundation. Real-life example. Think of those early crushes or people you were really drawn to. They seemed perfect at the time, right? But with time, the obsession wore off. That's because infatuation fades, but love grows stronger with time. Now, you might be thinking, if this isn't true love, then why do so many people believe in it? Well, the concept of love at first sight is deeply embedded in our culture. Movies, TV shows, and books romanticize this idea. From Romeo and Juliet to modern-day rom-coms, love at first sight is often portrayed as magical, destined, and unavoidable. Cultural influence. These stories shape our beliefs, making us think that true love is something that should be instantaneous. We want it to be easy, to be fate. Real love isn't something that can be defined by a glance. It's the result of effort, commitment, and growth together. Supporting example. Ever watched a movie where two characters meet and instantly fall for each other, only to live happily ever after? That's the fairy tale fantasy. In real life, we're more likely to fall in love with someone through shared experiences and emotional connection, not just a magical moment. So, if it's not love, then what is it? It's chemistry, not just the chemicals in your brain, but also the chemistry between two people. This chemistry can feel like instant attraction or even connection, but it's often mistaken for love. Biological chemistry. When you meet someone and feel an instant bond, it's your biology at work. Your body may recognize certain traits, whether it's the way they smell, their voice, or how they look. But this is simply chemistry, and it's not the foundation for love. Psychological chemistry. Our minds are also wired to look for people who fit our psychological needs. We are drawn to those who mirror us or exhibit traits that we find comforting or familiar. This type of connection can create a strong bond, but isn't necessarily love. Supporting example. Have you ever met someone and immediately felt comfortable or like you were just meant to know them? That's a psychological bond forming, but true love comes later as you build a connection through shared experiences. Here's the twist. While instant attraction doesn't always equate to love, it can be the beginning of something beautiful. If that initial spark leads to understanding, emotional connection, and shared values, then it can grow into real love. How it can develop. Think about a couple who met in a coffee shop and instantly felt drawn to each other. They start talking, share personal stories, laugh, and soon they're inseparable. That chemistry doesn't fade. It deepens into trust, respect, and emotional intimacy. Real-life example. There are countless stories of couples who initially felt intense attraction, but later found deep love. They didn't just stop at the physical attraction. They put in the work to understand and grow with each other. So, is love at first sight real? The answer is more complicated interested than a simple yes or no. The attraction you feel at first sight is real, but it's likely not love. It's infatuation or chemistry. True love, the kind that stands the test of time, is built on trust, shared values, and deep emotional connection. Next time you meet someone and feel that rush, remember, while it's exciting, it's just the beginning. It's up to you to decide if that spark will turn into a lasting flame. What do you think? Have you ever experienced love at first sight? Or was it something else? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your stories. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more insightful relationship discussions.